Welcome, my friends. And here we are on another Tuesday. It's Tuesday today, Mike, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Now, I got a couple of guys here for the third annual Blues for Veterans, which is usually being held at Library Park, and I'm sure this year is going to be at Library Park again. But I don't want to get into any of the things that they're going to say. So I'm going to start right off with Mike Dever. He's going to give us a background. And then Bill Murray, we'll get to him a little later and see what he's got to offer in this conversation. Mm-hmm. So Michael, give us a little history now. Everything has been going good now for a couple of years, right?
Yes, very well.
Very well.
We started the festival, we started our organization, Blues for Veterans, 3 years ago, and our first fundraiser for that organization, which is an organization made up of mostly veterans, but we were put together to do the Blues Festival, the Library Park Blues Festival held at Library Park, and raise money for veterans. So we've given money to helping our troops. We've made 2 donations to them, which covers all their mailing expenses. They're an organization based out of Stoneham that sends packages to any veteran that is in our general area and that's overseas, and they put together all these shaving gear and
stuff that
all
the veteran needs for his
all
job.
different kinds of stuff, and they put together these care packages and they send them over. So we cover all their mailing expenses by giving those donations to them. We've given money to the VA hospital in Bedford. We sponsored the crafts program. There's 400 guys over there that are living in the veterans hospital that do crafts and whatnot, and that keeps them busy during the week and everything like that. So we sponsored the crafts program, made a nice donation to them. Another donation to Comfort Warriors, which is run by the American Legion, and they're kind of like a Wounded Warriors, the same type of program, except it's run by the American Legion, and all the money that they get, it's all goes to those veterans. There's no overhead, nobody's getting paid in that organization or anything like that. So, and the same with us. Nobody's getting paid in our organization. We have a great, just a great group of people.
So we'll just say this way: we're doing this for. We know we're doing it for veterans, but this is just a love of the music, right? The blues. We're talking about blues.
Well, ultimately, I just wanted to have a blues festival in Woburn, is how it kind of started.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
And then, I'm good friends with Billy, and we're always talking music. We both play a little guitar, and he come up with the suggestion, well, maybe we could raise money for veterans while we're doing this. And so all of a sudden we just, you just kind of Google it. How do you run a music festival? And all of a sudden all kinds of information comes up. And so all those little things, we had a little template. We got together a crew, Joe Simas, a former Alderman of Ward 1. He said, hey, and he's a member of the American Legion, former veterans agent. He said, hey, Mike, I'd like to be on the committee. Yep. And his wife would like to be on the committee. She's our secretary. Billy's daughter, Jennifer, who's the assistant veterans agent.
A wonderful young woman.
Right. She's our treasurer. John Queen, a longtime banker in the city of Woburn and a Woburnite. He's a co-treasurer with her. Just different people stepped up. Mark Gaffney's on our, Alderman of Ward 3. He's on our committee. And, we're just... I hate to say a bunch of schmucks just trying to do good,
Why don't we get to the...
Did we hit everybody, Mike? Did we hit Irene and Joe?
I think we got Irene and Joe. We got everybody in there. And
how about the transition now from the first to the third, as far as the music is concerned, because that's one of the most important things outside of the charity.
Well, Billy's our band coordinator, and he's pretty much... he consults with me and everything about who we're getting and who's coming on, but he books all the bands.
This year we tightened our budget up a little bit, but we did not sacrifice the quality of the bands. I did a little bit more hard-nosed negotiating to get the prices down, and so I think I think our budget is about $4,300 less than last year.
Really?
Which is $4,300 that'll go towards the veterans. But this year, should I talk about the lineup, Mike?
Sure.
The lineup this year, our first band, who's going to go on at 1 o'clock, is the Charlie Keating Band. He's a great trio. He's a great guitar player, great slide guitar player as well. And then he's going to be followed up by Driving Blind, which is fronted by a gentleman named Steve Deneen. He's from Wilmington. He's also a trio, kind of Texas blues style. He just played the Brickyard a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a journeyman. He's out there playing. He does an acoustic night in Holliston. He's a real worker. And those are the bands we try to get, is
Yeah.
working bands. Next up is Michelle Wilson, and she has the Evil Gal Orchestra, and she's a real shuffle jump blues style, and people will really enjoy her. You know, if you get your dancing shoes on, that's when you're going to get
That's
up and
when you
dance.
go, huh?
Right.
And then we're going to follow that up with somebody who was at our inaugural event, Larry Power, with 1201 Blues. And Larry is, he plays a lot of traditional, he plays a lot of classic blues. And Larry has been a professional musician since 1966. And he's also a personal friend of Mike and myself, a great guy. Then we're going to follow that up. We kind of went after a little bit different demographic this year, and we hired a band called the Peach Eaters. And they're one of the preeminent Allman Brother cover bands in the Northeast. And so we're looking to maybe bring a few of the blues rock people into the fold. And they're going to go on and they're going to play for an hour and 15 minutes. And then our headliner this year is, they're calling themselves the New England Blues Summit, but we're bringing Daryl Newlish back. And Daryl is a vocalist, he's a harmonica player. He's going to be with Matt Stubbs, who's a great guitar player. Matt tours with Charlie Musselwhite, who's an international act. And they're going to have a couple of special guests that we really can't name yet because they're still fine-tuning it.
Yeah, good.
And just one other thing, this year, we have 2 half-hour breaks between one before the Peach Eaters and one in between the Peach Eaters and New England Blues Summit. And this year, we're going to set up the local musician, Patrick McManus. He's going to play
That's good.
He's going to play a set in the gazebo while we're breaking down that band. So a little filler, and people can get into the music for a half hour. And I may have Patrick come back for the second half hour with one of the musicians of the festival. I'm kind of kicking a few tires to see who might want to play with him.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's an addition this year.
Yeah, I remember when Patrick went through here. He's a pretty talented young guy.
He
Went to
certainly
Berkeley-
is.
Went to Berkeley. Didn't he graduate from Berkeley? Did
Yeah.
very
He
well
did,
for
yeah.
himself.
Well, just by no means am I saying that I had anything to do with his prowess on guitar, but years ago I ran a volunteer, I taught at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yep.
I used to teach 5 or 6 students in group lessons.
Yeah.
And it was sponsored by Bonnie Raitt. She donated all the instruments, she donated all the literature.
Really?
And I did it for a couple of years, and Patrick was in one of my classes. And after about 3 or 4 lessons, I grabbed his father, and I said, I recommended a couple of local
gotta move
teachers.
him
I
on.
said,
Keep going.
I said, he doesn't belong in this group lesson.
Yeah.
He's beyond that.
Yeah.
And so recently, because I'm a pack rat, I dug up an old roster. I added in a book up in New Hampshire at my place up there. And so I took a picture of it and I sent it to Patrick. I says, if you ever make it big, give me a little mention.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not taking any
He might
credit.
do it someday.
He
You
worked
never know.
he worked real hard, and
Oh, yeah.
he's a real crowd pleaser.
Yep, he is.
One other thing is,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry about that.
That's
We
fine.
run 3, what we call them is Nights of Blues, and we run one in November
That's right.
after the festival, one in February,
Oh, yeah.
one in May.
Yeah.
We've had Pat play a couple of them,
Yeah.
and he's always a crowd crowd favorite.
Yeah.
So that's all
But
I'll
that's
say
a
about the
different,
music.
now that's the same organization, but that's a different venue. That's just for something to do during the
At the
winter.
American Legion, right. We call
Yeah.
it a Night of Blues at the American
Right,
Legion,
we
and it
did.
just,
Yeah.
it keeps our brand
How has
going,
that
our
been?
name out there.
How do you get, is there a following there for blues music at
Yes.
the American
Yes.
Legion
Yeah,
on-
yeah.
in the middle of the winter?
Well, we put out an email from all the people that follow the festival and
Yeah.
just follow us in general, and we get a good crowd. We've had as many as probably 210 people was our biggest night to, 150.
Yeah,
We
that's
average
good.
150, 160 people. We let people bring in their own food.
Yeah.
We sell popcorn and pizza. Lisa's Pizzeria up in North Woburn donates all the pizza. We sell it for $2 a slice and popcorn for $1. But then we encourage people, if you want to bring a platter, a vegetable platter, some
Something
fruit,
just- yeah,
some
right.
cookies, or any of that kind of stuff, and they do.
We've run 6 of them, and every one of them, I can't say profit because we're not a for-profit organization, but every one of them, we've been solidly in the black on. And we only charge $10, which is short money, because some of the bands we've had a couple of bands that are world famous. We had Barrence Whitfield. We just had Ron Levy, and he put together a organic blues band, he called it, Organic Blues All-Stars. Ron Levy toured 7 years with B.B. King as his piano player. So we're getting these people, and they're giving us decent rates because they like what we're doing. And so consequently, we're able to draw some people in to see them.
Don't you think it's just a matter of time? You have to do something for a number of years before it becomes like an automatic thing. You know what I mean? People say,
Exactly.
"Oh, yeah, they've been doing that over and moving for
Right.
20 years."
Mike,
you know what
just
I mean?
just to segue into the demographic that we draw, tell them about the couple that drives here from a couple of states over.
Oh yeah, we have a couple that came to our first blues festival they're from New Jersey. Their name is Joe and Veronica Serino. And there were a couple in there, late 60s, maybe 70-ish. And they were there at the festival, and I just kind of, I go around, I'm a schmoozer, I'm the president of the organization, so I like to, how'd you find out about us, and all that kind of stuff. And so I befriended them more or less, and so, you get them on Facebook, and I send them a little note. They came again last year, and I announced them. I didn't want to embarrass them, but I did kind of want to embarrass them a little bit. And I like to welcome back Joe and Veronica Serino from New Jersey, blah, blah, blah. And they're coming again this year as well. You know what I mean?
That's something, huh?
Yeah.
They go to a lot of different blues festivals. They're both retired. They're active in their own little things, their world, but they like traveling around, and they're coming back to the Library Park Blues Festival. They like what we do. They like the venue. Our venue, and we're Woburites, so we know Library Park, but anybody that comes there, it is an unbelievable, just vast green area. And people just look out there, and the musicians are just,
It blows
they're nuts
their
for it.
mind.
They love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They go, this is unbelievable,
It-
because it's so pristine. From Jimmy DeLong, he keeps that field very good,
And I'm going to say, as a compliment to our entire organization, along with all of our volunteers, everybody who's taken the stage at this festival, and these are guys who have played all over the place, they all say the same thing. You guys run a tight ship. You run a good event, and we're proud of that.
It is. You should be.
Right.
You should be proud of it.
I mean, Billy, as the
It's good.
band manager, on time. When he says they're going on at 1:45, they're going on at 1:45. And they're coming off when, so it's important because, 10 minutes here and 10 minutes
Oh,
there,
yeah,
you're into a
pretty
big
soon, yeah.
overrun,
Yeah,
so,
it does, yeah.
so running the ship is,
Some of these bands have another gig that night. So when we're doing the lineup, we try to find out people who have another gig that night.
Right.
Like I think Michelle Wilson has a gig Saturday night, so we try to stick her in. So we don't want to mess her schedule up,
Yeah. But we want to keep her though.
right.
Exactly.
That's what it's
Exactly.
all about. Getting
Yeah.
them to play. So now we talked about a little bit about the bands. We'll get back to that in a few minutes. But when is it? And we got to just have a good day, huh?
Right. The weather's been perfect both years, and I, people that say, well, what if it rains or this
Yeah,
and
what
that?
if
I never even think of rain. I'm not a rain thinking type person. Billy and I, we always say we are eternal
No, we are pathological
pathological
optimists.
optimists. That's what Billy says.
If I'm on an aircraft going to a wedding,
Yeah.
and I'm already late for the wedding, and the aircraft's got a problem and it's going down, I'm gonna survive the crash and I'm gonna make it to the wedding on time.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right.
You know?
I look at that too.
So
I
we,
like
we,
that
we
thinking.
always believe the weather, because first of all, when you pick a day in August, you know, most likely you're always thinking, hey, we're going to have a cookout August
Yeah,
29th.
that's
So,
right.
so we think the weather's going to be fine. And the festival is August 29th. It's a Saturday. We've consistently had this festival the weekend before Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of stay in that range of time. So it's August 29th. It's from 1 to 8. And Billy mentioned the bands and everything, but this year we're doing a couple of other different things. We're going to have some characters from 2 to 4. We're going to have Princess Elsa, something for the kids. So people might want to bring their kids down, because kids under 12 are free. And so they can bring their kids or grandchildren down, come in, they pay, but then they can have a sausage or whatever they want to do. But there's going to be Princess Elsa, Superman, Batman and Robin, the Green Lantern,
Yeah,
all those kind of
I
things.
haven't heard those names. Some of
Right.
them
So
names
we're
for a
gonna,
long
you know,
time.
and the kids kind of like that stuff. Wonder Woman's gonna be there. They'll do a little balloon twisting, face painting. So from 2 to 4, just let the kids run around the field out there in the grass and all that kind of stuff. And you can come down. We're gonna have, you know, our food options this year. We have Lester's Roadside Barbecue from Burlington. We have Dave the Sausage Guy, who's a Fenway Park sausage guy, and he'll have sausages, burgers, dogs, all that kind of stuff. Lisa's Pizzeria is going to be there with calzones, subs, pizza. We got an ice cream truck. We have beer, wine, 16-ounce drafts for $3. I mean, you can't beat that anywhere you go. It's $20 to get into the festival, which is probably one of the cheapest prices
Yeah,
of
that's
any
a good
festival
price,
in the
yeah.
United States of America. So,
Better than Taylor Swift at Gillette, I
yeah,
can
well,
tell you that.
that's for sure. But so, you know, it's a good time. It's a good volunteer organization, and we have fun doing it. It's a long day. This year we shortened up the hours a little. We used to go more till 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock the first year. We didn't really know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Most festivals run a little more, 12 to 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that range. So we settled on 1 to 8. And we got plenty of bands, plenty of music, and we just want people to come on down. We do raffles there. We'll talk
we're gonna
we'll
get
talk
there,
about
we'll
that.
get there.
But we do raffles. People that donate, you know, different stuff to us, car wash tickets, and the Downeaster, the train that goes
Go
from
up,
to
yeah.
Portland, Maine, up. You know, they donate some stuff, and we've had a lot of people, various people that have supported us over the course of time. Lynch Cantillon Funeral Home. I don't really want to get into all the, you know,
No,
there's
you won't
just
be
a
here too
ton.
late.
Yeah, there's just a ton of sponsors that have given us nice contributions that have gotten us off the ground, so we can do our thing.
We usually print them all in the newspaper.
Yeah.
We do. We
Two or three times
Right.
leading up.
That's good.
The Daily
Yeah.
Times does a things for us, what's called the Blues News, and people that donate to our organization, they get an ad in the Blues News, depending on how much money they give us. If you give us at least $500, you get in the VIP tent, which is put on by the Greens Grill. Paul McGilvery comes
John
down,
does a nice job.
puts a nice spread out,
Yep.
all for nothing. This is all his donation.
Yep.
This is a huge donation from
He
Paul
comes down,
McGilvery.
he comes down with one of his employees, and they get there before the festival, and they're going till,
Feeding
7
everybody.
o'clock.
From the country club.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Greens Grill,
So-
and he
Yeah.
donates all that, donates all the food, his time, the whole 9 yards. We bring the tables and the tent, you know,
Good
we
for
have
him.
tents from the sheriff's department.
yeah.
They set up, you know, the VIP tent for us and the raffle tent and all that kind of stuff, and it's just a good community
Just
effort.
a little plug for Paul McGilvery and Green's Grill.
Yeah.
A lot of people are always leaving town to go have dinner, and
Well,
I'm
there's
telling
plenty
you,
of places in Woburn where you can
that
go for dinner.
Green's Grill is a fabulous eatery.
Yep.
It's a great atmosphere, you know, great view of the country club,
Yeah,
and he has a world-class chef working there.
yeah.
So Anybody who wants a real good meal and they don't want to leave town.
Right over there, yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
Give Green's Grill a shot.
Yep, it's a good job.
Yeah.
What about, we got a website, and I think we have that from last year, I don't think that changed.
The same, it's
anything.
bluesforveterans.org, or if you go to the Library Park Blues Festival, that will take you right to it as well.
Yeah, we'll have that on the bottom of the tape anyway. So that
We have a
people
lot
can
of various
contact them.
information, how you can get involved, how you can donate. There's a little link where you can print off the flyer, if you wanted to print off the flyer and take it to your place of employment, hang it up in the
Sure,
locker
like who
room,
that be,
or
yeah, right,
put it
yeah.
on the counter or whatever, so just a little advertising. We got signs up in Melrose, Lexington, Winchester,
Meredith, New
Woburn,
Hampshire.
Meredith, New Hampshire, and I put up flyers everywhere I go.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And, we're trying to expand. It's, not just have it just be a Woburn event. It's a nice event for the city of
Yeah,
Woburn,
well,
but
I'll tell
we're
you,
trying to,
it's like, you build it, they'll come.
Right.
That's a true cliche, I mean, they'll come, there's no question about that.
Mayor Galvin got right behind us right out of the gate when I went to approach him about doing this festival. And he's been very supportive for us, and all the other agencies in the city have been
As far
very
as permits
supportive.
and all that stuff.
All the permits have gone very
Permits.
smooth. The city council's been good, the license commission to get the one-day liquor license.
Permission to use the venue.
Right, just all that kind of stuff. The Recreation Commission's been fabulous. Snooky DeLong has
Taking care of the
been
park,
great.
yeah.
I mean, first, and he's got his rules about where you can put things and
Yeah.
everything else, but he's been very, very helpful to us.
That's
So it's just been it's been great. And a lot of the organizations have made nice donations to us. The Kiwanis and Lions have given us their time, and just, it's been great. All the other clubs make a donation, the American Legion. It's just been
Great, it sounds
fantastic.
like it's just been great.
It's been
So,
good.
Bill Murray is gonna tell us now a little about this piece of wood that's sticking up next to him. He's
Yeah.
gonna pick it up and give us a description and a professional opinion about this
Well,
guitar.
I don't know about
'Cause I don't know.
I don't know
I'll have
about
to admit, I don't
professional.
know anything about
But
guitars.
This
so-
is our raffle guitar this year. It's going to be signed by the principals of each band.
Yeah, that's a nice
Okay,
idea, yeah.
and I chose the white this year because I thought it would look real sharp with the signatures.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. This is a Fender Standard Stratocaster. It's a professional grade instrument. It's along with the soft case that we have for it, it's got a retail value of about $560. So it's not a toy. I've been to other festivals where they raffle off a $90 guitar. This
Yeah,
is a
right, yeah.
professional grade instrument. It's basically, as I said earlier, it's like the Chevy in the
Yep.
music business. I mean, it's ubiquitous. It's everybody from Buddy Holly to Eric Clapton has used it. It's just very versatile.
Can you strum a few chords on there or what? What you got?
I don't know. I might be able to do a little lick for
Yeah,
you.
go ahead. That's is that the original way to do it, huh? No microphones, no electricity, of all that
Right.
kind of stuff. It's just acoustic, huh?
This needs an amp, but, an amplifier.
Yeah.
But
Okay, that's
Yeah.
enough.
That sounds good, though.
So all
Sounded real
we're
good.
getting at is people are getting a professional grade instrument. We're selling 300 raffle tickets. They're $10 each. If anybody wants to buy a raffle ticket prior to the festival, Meridian's Guitar in Winchester on Main Street, that is who supplied the instrument. They're selling tickets. Bill's Salem Music, 136 Main Street in Peabody. That's a little ambiguous, Salem Music in Peabody. He's selling tickets. If you want to buy a ticket before the festival, my phone number is 781-953-5005. I will bring the ticket to you and sell it to you prior to the festival if you want one. You could contact anybody at the American Legion as well, and we'll get the tickets to you. So if
Do we have some secret little ambition that somebody who wins it is knows something about a guitar. You know, I go down there and buy a ticket and I win the guitar. I say, whoa, what am I going to do?
Well, the thing is, it's
To
gonna be
donate it
it's
back,
going to
right?
be a piece of memorabilia with the signatures.
Just, yeah,
So even
that's
if you
right.
didn't play, you could mount it on the wall, or you could gift it to somebody who did play or aspires
Yeah,
to play.
yeah.
You know? But just to mention a couple, as I say, Meridian Guitar, John and Jim, father and son, they're in Main Street in Winchester. This is the second year in a row that they supplied the instrument. They're also gracious enough to sell tickets at their business, which they're in the business of selling
Selling
instruments
guitars, yeah,
as well, so that's a nice thing. And Bill's Music in Salem, Bill donated the case for it. That's about a $60 value. You know, it's what they call a gig bag. It's a soft case. So whoever wins it'll walk out with a professional grade instrument.
That's great.
You know,
I
for
think that's
$10.
good. $10.
You know,
But there's only a limited amount of tickets. So I got
300
50,000
tickets.
So that's
Yeah.
right. So you get a better shot
and
at it.
and we will have it on the stage at the festival, and we'll be selling tickets there as well.
Yeah, it'd be great if one of
Who
them.
won the raffle last year, Bill?
Local guy.
Yeah, a local guy, yeah.
A local guy who bought a ticket at Meridian's Guitar Store.
Right.
Really?
Exactly.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good.
But that's it. That's it on the raffle guitar. And I'm just going to mention it, Mike. I said I wasn't going to, but Bill's Music also. This will be his third year in a row. He donates a guitar package from Fender Instruments, and it's a guitar, it's an amplifier, a strap, instructional video, instructional manual, picks, tuner.
Where is he, in Winchester Center? Like?
No, we're talking about Bill's Music donates this beginner's guitar package that I'm
Peabody.
talking about. And it's probably close to a $300 retail value, and he has graciously 3 years in a row donated it. So we give that away as a door prize. So not to be confused with this as a raffle that you have
Yeah,
to buy.
right, yeah.
That one, all you got to do is flip your ticket over and give us a little information.
Right.
So we can garner a little information on
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
It goes into the basket, and you can win it. Last year it was won by, I can mention Charlie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Charlie Black, who runs a local plumbing business. He won it last year.
And also a contributor to the
Yeah,
Blues
and
for
yeah,
Veterans.
also a donor to our cause.
All right. Before we get out of here now, we get a couple of minutes left. Time goes by so fast. So why don't we say we're going to have, when is it? And where is it?
Once again, it's at Library Park right here in downtown Woburn. It's August 29th, which is a Saturday, 1 to 9. And, you know, you can bring your chairs and all that stuff, no coolers or anything, but your chairs and blankets and all that kind of stuff.
We're going to have a little entertainment for the children in the afternoon.
Entertainment for the children in the afternoon. There's a little motorcycle run that's going to start at Boston Holly.
We had that before.
Yeah,
this
that
is
was Friends of
something
Woburn
different.
Veterans. This is from Boston Holly. They are going to organize a little bit of a motorcycle run, maybe 60, 70 guys.
I'm just going to give a little info on that, on the motorcycle component.
Okay.
Bill Peary, P-E-A-R-Y, is a local guy.
Yeah.
Comes from a big family on Harrison Avenue.
Yeah.
Billy he's not only a real good Harley repair technician, he is the event coordinator for Boston Harley Davidson. He comes down to the Brickyard. I don't know if you've seen his tent when the bikes come down to the
Yep.
music at the Brickyard. He calls it his street team. And basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to introduce themselves to potential new riders. So he brings a tent down, he has all sorts of raffles and fun games to play, and he gives away different t-shirts and other various swag. But he also brings a trailer-mounted, it's similar to a dynamometer, but it's not for diagnostics. If you never rode a bike, Ed, you can get on this unit, you can fire up the bike, shift it through the gears and everything,
And away you
and
go.
it's to simulate the riding experience. So Billy is bringing that unit. He's also, it's not so much an organized motorcycle run. He's sending a blast out to all his customers and friends. They're going to originate a ride from Boston Harley Davidson, which is, what is it, on Route 60, Mike?
And Revere.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Revere.
Everett,
Squire Road.
Yeah, it's on
yeah,
Squire Road in
yeah.
Revere. And he's gonna ask anyone else who can't make it there to come to our festival. And we've already made arrangements through Sergeant Tenney, the Woburn Police. We're gonna have a designated parking area for the motorcycles.
All right.
So we're hoping that component,
The 29th of August.
Correct.
yep.
Come early.
gonna be a
20 bucks.
great day.
You
20 you
cannot beat
cannot
the
beat it.
show
Good
for
local
$20.
music.
Children
We're gonna
under
have a
12
lot
are
of
free.
stuff going on.
Right.
Children under 12 are free, accompanied by an
Right.
adult. So if somebody comes down with a big family, they don't think they're gonna have to break the bank.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
and we have a lot of nice things for the kids to do this year.
Right.
We're trying to get the family component in.
Good. All right.
Okay.
I think we did a hell of a
Okay.
job.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Eddie.
Bill Murray,
Thank you, Ed.
good to see you guys.
Same to see
We're
you.
gonna, I'll talk about it a couple of times. I got a Monday night show, you know about that, so I'll talk about it a couple of times before we get ready to really get on the air. But you come in, we'll play this and see if we can't get a bigger crowd.
Yeah.
But it's all the hard work you guys do. And I'm a veteran and I appreciate it.
We appreciate it, Eddie. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
It's all fun.
Yeah, it's all fun.
It is.
Next time.
Thank you.